Your Holiness, Your Eminence, the Archbishops, the Deputy President of Addis Ababa, Your Excellencies, senior government officials, my brothers and sisters of Addis Ababa, from far and near, Dekwan Aderesha Shu. Dekwan Aderesha Shu. My brothers and sisters, let me first and foremost express my profound gratitude to have been invited to join you in this holy ceremony. I should have been here 2 months ago, and I was waiting, anxiously waiting. Why? And what I was still doing in Ghana when I should be here campaigning against anti-AIDS. And I was beginning to fight flames in all kinds of places as to whether people had gone on summer holidays. And I was saying to myself, while you're on summer holidays, the AIDS disease does not go on summer holidays. Ladies and gentlemen, much as I'm sorry that I couldn't make it earlier, I have no regrets that I have come here at this time because it has coincided with one of the most impressive, splendid ceremonies that I've only seen in pictures and films and never thought I would ever have the privilege of being a part of. And for this, I'm most privileged, and I thank you very much, and may God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start timing myself. It's so beautiful to see such a vast multitudes of people here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to add or to provide any anticlimax to this beautiful feeling. But as you look left and right of you, I want you to ask yourselves, how many of you will be here to celebrate this occasion again when next year comes? Ladies and gentlemen, here we are celebrating anything and everything to do with God and Christ. Our Lord Jesus Christ was conceived in the womb of a woman and given birth to just like anyone and every one of us here. Ladies and gentlemen, that Jesus Christ grew up serving God and was brutally crucified. Listen to me carefully. He was crucified on a cross, painfully nailed through his feet, his hands tied up, a spear through his ribs, etc. You can imagine how painful it was for that man, for the Son of God, to spend so many hours on the cross till he finally supposedly died, but thankfully rose again. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to tell you? Death times can sometimes maybe be sweet, I don't know. But very often, nobody wants to die, and especially when it's unpleasant and when it's violent and painful. Ladies and gentlemen, look back not too long ago. The Tutsi of the Hutus conflict. The painful deaths that was inflicted on hundreds of thousands of people. Ladies and gentlemen, in Sierra Leone, people have been decapitated. I've seen a bit of it in my country. Ladies and gentlemen, not too long ago, we all witnessed what took place in New York. I don't believe that any one of those children, men, women on board those aircraft wanted to die the way they died. It's almost as if they could see it coming, and they were thrust into it. How painful. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I saw pictures of people beginning to burn, sizzling. They found no way out and sprung away from those towers, falling to their deaths. How painful it must be. Why am I telling you all these stories? The reason is very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm simply trying to tell you that death can be frightful and painful. However, you and I are today confronted with another aspect of death that embraces us in a painless, sweet, pleasurable way. It is one of the most irresistible and most tempting activities around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, my beloved brothers and sisters, God, Allah, gave us sexual organs, reproductive organs. I know you don't like to hear things like this, but I'm sorry, I'm not here as a politician, and I believe in God, but the point is that I want us to live to see next year and the year after. And that's why you will have to bear with me as I use words of this kind. Let me repeat it. God Allah gave us some sexual organs to express love between ourselves, or most strictly, between partners. He gave us sexual organs for the divine purpose of creating life. Creating life, if only we can bring those children up to become assets to their families, their communities, as well as to their nation. Ladies and gentlemen, as well as to mankind. But at the same time, the misuse of these human parts, God-given human parts, when or if used to defile, to rape, and degrade children and womanhood, then this is no doubt a degradation of ourselves. Today, this indiscipline, irresponsibility, and perversion has transformed these sacred sexual human organs into an instrument of death. Ladies and gentlemen, an incurable death called HIV stroke AIDS that most often deforms us so badly before we even die, looking worse than a soldier who dies on a battleground. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us who are not virgins or have not been taking the necessary precautions or remaining faithful to our faithful partners have the courage to quietly go and test ourselves? I stand in here before you, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. I'm not a Superman. I have the same strengths, weaknesses, courage, and fears that you have. And yet,